We remain fully data dependent for the reasons we've described before. It is this list of issues which are important unknowns at this particular juncture. Nothing mechanical, is appropriate at this stage, and so data dependence is illustrated very aptly today, I would say. You saw the flow of good data coming in the last few months, certainly since last September, October. And so you saw those data kind of make their way through the marketplace. The markets embraced the positive data. Longer term yields gradually edged their way higher. And today what you do is you get a rate hike which basically validates what we've seen in the marketplace. That's how data dependence tends to look on average. And so in terms of Nafta, of course, as just said, it's a very big unknown for us. And it's not just unknown what is happening, but it's unknown what it will look like and how its effects will work their way through the various channels that Ms. Wilkins just mentioned. So there's no unambiguous pre-calculation one can do about how it would affect the economy. It's more a case of being prepared to know which dynamics to watch for and to be able to respond in real time in an appropriate way. We've put most of our emphasis so far on the investment channel. That's a little bit on trade, but mostly it's the investment channel, which we think is what is being mentioned most to us in our discussions with companies.
So what we hear from firms when we talk to them through our survey, and also just in the normal conversations that we have with businesses across the country, certainly the negotiations are top of mind. And so when they're thinking about renewing investment mandates or production mandates, and we've seen that with some large companies recently, they face a decision about whether or not it's just safer, given the uncertainty, to just do the investment in the U.S. And that's on top of previously thinking that maybe for competitiveness reasons there were arguments for that as well. And so that's the reason why we've taken it on board. Certainly businesses aren't saying they're not going to invest at all in Canada. They're the expectations are quite robust, but they're less robust than they would have been otherwise. And so that means there's capacity here that isn't being built. And so that means potential is lower than it would have been otherwise, which is a longer term thing. Could it be made up in the future through some other channel? Well, that remains to be seen. But certainly those are the effects we're seeing, and the tax changes in the U.S. as well are another factor that makes us more cautious about business investment.